Now that we know what discrete probability distributions are, let's take a look at an example. Here's what this one says. What is the income distribution of super shoppers? Now we have to go back to problem 10. This is problem 11 out of the 12th edition of the Braves and Braves book. And let's see, problem 10 tells us that a supermarket super shopper is a shopper for whom at least 70% of the items purchased were on sale or purchased with a coupon. Let's just take a look at what we've got here. Now these are the income distributions, right? Income distributions. So these are in thousands of dollars. So I guess $5,000 to $15,000 in that range. So that's your income. The midpoint is $10,000, and 21% of people are in this income range are super shoppers. People that make, let's go over this one, between 35 and 45,000 annual income. I suspect the midpoint is 40. Well, 15% of those people in that range are super shoppers. So in part A, what we want to do is this. Use the income midpoints and the percent of super shoppers. Do we have a valid probability distribution? Well, let's draw a table here. That's what I'll do. I'm going to write this as X, P of X. Here's our midpoints, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. 0.21, those are the corresponding probabilities. 0.14, 0.22, 0.15, 0.20, and 0.08. Now, is this a valid probability distribution? So first of all, by inspection, okay, by inspection or observation, this is true. All right, so take a look at these. Now look at these numbers right here. These are the probabilities. So for every one, for every one of these midpoints, is it true that this number here is between 0 and 1? Well, I can see that, all right? So this is true. 0 less than or equal to P of X less than or equal to 1. And that's true for every X. Secondly, do the P of X's add up to 1? Well, let's see. What do we get here? I'll just do this. 5, 7, 12, and 8. That's 20. And then what happens? We get 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It does. It adds up to 1. All right, so this is equal to 1. So the answer to our question here is yes. This is a valid probability, I'll abbreviate, probability distribution. Now, you may remember from your algebra course that functions can be given as tables, graphs, symbolic expressions. We've got a table. So we could just say yes, this is a valid probability, we could say, okay, probability function. Now part B in this problem asks us to construct a histogram. So we know a histogram is a vertical bar graph, so let's draw our vertical axis, and that's going to be probabilities. And then our horizontal axis, we're going to put our midpoints. Now, I'm going to write it like this. I'm going to do a little break here because it's not exactly to scale. All right, and here's our x values. And the x values are 10, 20, 30, and so on. So how about if we write it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And now let's put our rectangles in. So you know what a rectangle does here, right? It goes back half a unit, which is going to be a 5, and up half a unit, which is going to be a 15, and then back a half unit, so 15, So these bars are going to come right next to each other. And how are we going to do this? Let's look at our highest value for P of x's. I see a 21, a 22 looks like the highest value. And then I've got 15s, 10s. You know what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make this highest value up here at a 20%. 0.20, and then half of that would be 0.10. And then right in the middle here, we can write a 0.15. And right in the middle there, we can write a 0.05. All right, let's get these bars now. So the first bar for 10 is going to be a 21. So I'm going to come over to 10, go back a half, up a half, and bring that up to 21, just a little bit above that, 20. So let's see if I can get this looking vertical. Maybe that's 21. Oh, all right. Matter of fact, I'll even put 21%. Now, what's the next one? The next one is going to be at 20, and that's 0.14. So at 20, then I got a 0.15. 20, how about just a little bit below that? So now, I don't have to do this, but if I come up like this, okay, I'm going to be right on that right-hand part of that rectangle. So I'll just come over here at 14, right a little bit below the 15, 25. And then what do we have for 30? All right, down here at the bottom here, bottom left, I've got a 22. So I'm going to come up to 30, and I'm going to go to 22 for that bar. So I'll extend this right-hand side a little bit higher than the 21. Okay, so that's going to be 22%. And what was this one, 14%? Okay, and then at 40, we're at 15. All right, so at 40, here's 15 right here. I'm just going to come straight across and get that one. All right, so that's 15%. And then at 50, right, I'm down here at the bottom left. 50, and I'm looking at 20. So at 50, I'm going to go right up to that 20. All right, so at 15, I'll extend that up to 20. Bring it over. 20%. And then at 60, we're at 8. All right, now here's 10. Here's 10. Here's 5. So 8's going to be kind of right in here. So let's just extend that over to maybe like this. Okay, and that's going to be 8%.